Hello everybody, and welcome back to Katt and Kitty Gaming. My name is Matt, and thank you so much for joining us today. Today we want to do a little bit of a channel update, as well as talk about why is it sometimes so long between uploads for Katt and Kitty Gaming. And, well, there's a lot of reasons for those things, and when we started this channel, we promised that we would keep you guys in the loop. So, here we go. I suppose the updates kind of start back at the beginning of the year. Just as a quick disclaimer, I'm going to get into some kind of IRL stuff here. And if you just want to know the stuff about why it takes a long time between uploads, you can skip ahead to the timestamp on the screen. Otherwise, feel free to continue listening. So the short version is this. Our daughter, Corinne, was on the way. Kelsey was pregnant. I knew that I had a daughter on the way. I knew that my current job was not going to work. The schedule was tough, the pay was bad, and I needed to make a change. So I tried to. I quit my job and went and got training to become a truck driver. And those of you who have watched the channel a decent amount might think, you know, you're usually into kind of more creative stuff, or like a truck driver, really? Yeah, it was a weird change, but I needed something that would pay well, and I knew that would. Throughout the course of the training, I realized that I kind of hated it. And then after the training, I realized that truck drivers have quite possibly even worse schedules than I had at my previous job, which, you know, blame me for not doing my research perhaps, but I was a bit naive about the whole thing. I didn't really realize how it was going to go. So the long and short of it is, I hated it and had a really hard time even finding a job. And even when I decided later that maybe truck driving wasn't going to be such a good fit for me, I couldn't find a job regardless. Coronavirus has made the economy kind of in the tank, and people are not hiring, and so finding a job has been really tough. So that, combined with, you know, having a baby, combined with, you know, coronavirus, you know, 2020 being difficult. We were living off one salary. Things were really tight. That naturally puts a strain on your relationship. We had to work really hard to keep our relationship, you know, going strong. All those things combined, and I developed some pretty severe depression. I'm not going to lie. I know it's a little bit weird to talk about these things on the internet sometimes, but I just wanted to encourage anyone who maybe is dealing with depression. You know what? It's okay. It can happen to anybody. And the only thing you can really do wrong in the situation you're in is to not get help. Just go get help. If anyone judges you for it, you know what? That's on them. It's not on you. So I decided to go get help. I did. I went and I started seeing a counselor and, you know, got on some medication that's been helping me. Additionally, I was also diagnosed with ADHD. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the condition, ADHD is a lot more than being hyperactive and bouncing off the walls. It has a lot to do with the way your brain processes dopamine, and it makes the way that you view tasks very different than, you know, a normal brain, quote unquote. It makes doing simple things really overwhelming. It can be really hard to know how to start them. And frankly, that kind of bled over into the channel in a lot of ways. Kelsey and I both deal with it at varying levels. And that makes doing things that are kind of, you know, repetitive difficult. People like us tend to have difficulty with, you know, long-term goals, things like that. And what is a YouTube channel but a long-term goal? You have to put in a lot of work before you start to see any fruits of it at all, usually. And so, yeah, between everything that was going on, financial troubles, having a new baby, you know, having depression for me, dealing with, you know, ADD, all that kind of combined to make it so that working on the channel was kind of hard. I wouldn't call it a drag, but it felt like more of a discipline than it used to be. And so that kind of brings me into, you know, why sometimes it goes so long between uploads on this channel. It really has a lot to do with, like I said, ADD, you know, the annoying, you know, mental condition that it is. But it also has a lot to do with just the way Kelsey and I view our hobbies. We're both the kind of people that tend to sort of rotate through various hobbies. You know, I'm into all kinds of different things. You know, we've done Bob Ross style painting. I enjoy writing in my free time. I play guitar, and I'll kind of hyper focus in on one of those hobbies for a while, and then I won't do it sometimes for, you know, a year or more, but I always come back to it eventually. And that's kind of what's been happening with us with the channel. Like, sometimes we get kind of burnt out with it and just kind of don't do it for a while, but then we eventually get back into it, you know, really want to keep working with it. And yet another reason why it's sometimes a while between uploads is it actually takes us a while to make these videos. And I know that when you watch them, it probably just seems like we're kind of just, you know, joking around and making it all up as we go and just sort of doing things off the cuff. And yeah, that's kind of true, but After we record, Kelsey and I sit down and we review the footage, and, we write jokes, and we try to decide, do we need to make some art? Do I need to find new music or a sound effect? All that kind of good stuff. Basically, it takes a lot longer to make these videos than it looks like. Now, of course, we could just lower our standards and make crappy clickbait videos that would, be quick and easy to make, but neither of us want to do that, and I can't imagine you guys want us to do that either. So we're trying to keep our standards and our quality high because we care. We want to make good content. We want to make stuff that's going to get views, yes, but also something we can be proud of, something we can, something we can proudly stamp our name on and say, yeah, we made that. So as a result, sometimes it takes us a while to get new videos out. Suffice all that to say, the channel is definitely not dead, and we would love to continue, making more content. We have a lot of great ideas. The only real thing that's holding us back is just our own ability to be disciplined, and that has been a huge focus for us, learning to be more disciplined, just getting things done. We've both been growing in that area a lot, and we hope to continue growing in it, and hopefully that will translate to more content and more videos in the future. That does bring me to talking about, how YouTube works, of course. If we want this channel to grow, and one day, hopefully, become something more than just a hobby, you guys can help out. You can like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. That tells YouTube's algorithm, hey, this is a channel worth watching. And the more you guys do that stuff, the more subscribers we get. It kind of is, it kind of snowballs from there. And obviously, if we start making money with this channel someday, then we'll be able to justify putting more time into it, and you guys will get more videos. So hey, everybody wins. So we actually even got a few new subscribers in the time since our last upload, and I wanted to thank those of you who are new to the channel. Thank you to those of you also who are, people who've been around for a while. Thank you too. It's because of you guys that we continue to do this. It's fun and we want to keep doing it, but there might be spells like this where we don't upload for a little while. But don't worry, we haven't forgotten about you. We have not forgotten about the channel, and we still have a lot of great ideas for stuff in the future. So I think that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully we'll have some new stuff for you guys coming up here soon-ish. Takes a little while to make these videos, but we're going to try to discipline ourselves. We're going to try to make more in the future. So hey, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.